Hey Dream Drivers, welcome to today's episode of Dreams and Drive. Today we have a solo episode. We are calling this new series Keys to Success, where we talk about the 3 things that every Dream Driver needs in their toolkit before they hit the road. Summer's here, and you know staying hydrated should be one of your biggest priorities. That's why smart water is always on my list. As a busy mom and always on the go, I love how easy it is to hold smart water and how it is just the right accessory for my daily outfits. With days in mind that usually involve a lot of overthinking, smart water provides a refreshing change of pace and allows me not to have to think too much. Plus, the taste is great too. Smart water has this pure, crisp taste with added electrolytes, and I love it. Life's full of choices. Smart water is a simple one. Visit drinksmartwater.com to learn more. Now, if you are a OG listener of the podcast, you know that this is a segment that we normally end our podcast with, where our guests share their own keys to success. I want to kind of revamp things a little bit and just focus in on these keys to success for our core episodes. We might go and revisit some past guests, keys to success. We might have new people on who are talking about only their keys to success. And I think it'll be a great way for us to dive into the key things, the things that fuel us, the things that will help us along our dream driving journey. I'm going to kick off the beginning of this series with my own keys to success and the things that I think are probably most relevant to where I am now in life. I think that it's really interesting to just go back in time and reflect on the things that have helped me get to where I am today. So I think we are for a treat for today's episode. If this is your first time listening, Dreams and Drive is a podcast that's all about helping you take your dreams from park to drive. I'm kind of refocusing and revamping, and I'm realizing that a lot of you guys are actually not in park. A lot of us we're in neutral, and we need to kind of get out of this stuck place. So moving forward, our shows are going to be focusing in on how we can get out of that neutral point and really get into drive, into whatever arena it is that we're trying to get to. Make sure that you're following us on social. You can find us at Dreams and Drive across the board. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all the platforms, even LinkedIn. So make sure you are dialed in and you are connected with us on social. And if you want to join our email newsletter, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/join. That's dreamsanddrive.com/join. And I'm thinking that these keys to success can be things that we also focus our newsletter in on and really get some resources and community building there. I have been doing Dreams and Drive for over 8 years now, and it is something that I truly believe in. And I just thank you guys all for rocking with me and for just being this support as I've navigated so many journeys. If you listened when I first started the podcast in 2016, I was in a completely different place than I am in now, 2024, right? 2 kids in, different life, just different responsibilities. There's ways that I view the world are so different. I think that's what's really amazing about this whole journey, is being able to just reflect and realize how much things change us as well. So let's dive into these keys to success. These are meant to be short episodes, so we are going to just get straight to it and hit these keys to success. So if you want to be a dream driver, what are the 3 things that you need in your toolkit before you hit the road? And you know what? I will be honest and say that sometimes you won't have all the keys before you hit the road, right? But these are definitely keys that you'll want to pick up along the way and build as you're building your car, as you're building your dream. These are definitely things that you want to pick up and you want to make sure you have in your arsenal and your toolkit. The number one thing, I believe, is resilience. And I say that because dream driving is tough. Dream driving is not linear. It's not always predictable. It can be turbulent at times. It can be joyful at times, but there definitely will be ups and downs along the way. And when you have resilience, that's the thing that's going to really help get you through anything. Not a lot of people are able to bounce back from failure, from success even, and building that resilience toolkit will be the thing that I think helps a lot of us as we navigate this journey. This week's episode of Dreams and Drive is brought to you by Smart Water. So this summer, I have a lot of goals, and getting out and staying active is number one. But if you want to be active, you got to stay hydrated, and that's where Smart Water comes in. I love how complimentary Smart Water is to my daily routine. It fits right in my baby bag, it's easy to put in the car bottle holder, and just looks good if I'm holding it in my hand or my daily walks with the kids. When it comes to living my life, there's a lot to overthink, what's for lunch, who's getting the kids, who do I need to reach out to for interviews, what's for dinner, but at least I don't have to overthink my water. And look, later today, I know I'm going to have to take that little one out for his daily ATV ride and walk around the block with this pure, crisp taste and added electrolytes. I know that we'll all stay hydrated for our summer excursions, and the taste will be on point too. Smart Water provides a refreshing change of pace, a moment of clarity with a simple choice of hydrating. And at this stage in my life, that is super important. Life's full of choices. Smart Water is a simple one. Visit drinksmartwater.com to learn more. Hey Dream Drivers, if you're like me, you know the struggle of dealing with a wild child who just won't keep their diaper on. That's why I'm excited to share my favorite Pampers Cruisers 360, the ultimate baby-proof diaper for your little explorer. Pampers Cruisers 360 features a 360-degree stretchy waistband instead of the usual tabs. This unique design helps prevent your baby from removing their diaper, which means no more unexpected messes. And trust me, this is a game changer. One of the best parts, Pampers Cruisers 360 offers up to 100% leak-proof protection with a gap-free fit no matter how your baby moves. It's super easy to remove too. Just rip the sides, roll it up with a disposal tape on the back, and you're good to go. Try Pampers Cruisers 360 with the new Pampers Free and Gentle wipes for healthy baby skin. They're made from 100% plant-based cloth that grips the mess, with Free and Gentle mess meets its match. Add Pampers Cruisers 360 and Free and Gentle wipes to your cart or pick them up at your local grocery or big box store. Say goodbye to messes and hello to more fun with Pampers. Remember, for trusted protection, trust Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand. Calling all heroes. Coca-Cola and Marvel are teaming up to release limited edition Coca-Cola products featuring your favorite Marvel characters. Collect them all to assemble your own Marvel universe. And be sure to scan your Coca-Cola for a chance to win superpowered prizes and unlock powerful AR experiences. But act fast, fans. These collectibles won't last long. No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of the U.S. and D.C. who are 13 and up. Ends on June 30th, 2024. Visit coke.com/Marvel24 for official rules. I wanted to give you guys a quick, I'm actually looking it up as I talk, right? How do we actually define resilience? So resilience is defined as the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness. Now, I'm not saying that we all need to be these big, tough people, but I think we need to understand what it means to bounce back from difficulties, meaning you're not going to stay in that difficult moment. And when difficult moments arise, because they will come along the journey. There's been so many things that have happened to me. I remember in 2018 when I had to leave my job, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I had to have a plan and I had to really just say, all right, whatever happens is going to be good. So I think having that resilience, #1, is going to be so important. And alongside resilience, right, comes that ability to persevere. So there's going to be things that will happen to you and you have to understand how to navigate. Handling rejection is a big thing along this journey. Rejection is going to happen. And it's funny because I often talk to people who get down by rejection and who rejection can sometimes overwhelm them or deter them from keeping going. And I always say, like, someone's no is another person's yes. And you can't take all rejection personal, because if you take rejection personal, you will never move forward. So thinking about ways that you can build that tool set of how to handle rejection is so important. And then also your ability to figure it out. I say that's part of resilience because when you have things that are sprung at you, right? When difficulties happen, you have to understand that you possess the power to be able to figure out the answer. That's a very core thing, and it's connected to one of my other keys to success for today, but I want to leave that with you guys. Resilience. This is a word you want in your vocabulary, a mindset you want in your life, something that's going to carry you through your journey. #2, audacity. So I was recently interviewing someone. That episode didn't come out yet. It's going to come out next week or after this episode. And one of her keys to success was audacity. And one of the things that she talked about was audacity. I think she's mentioning how her father had a lot of audacity, and that was something that she picked up from him. I love that word because it really does talk about the mindset, right? A lot of these things are mindsets. Audacity means a willingness to take bold risk, right? It can also mean like disrespectful behavior, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the definition that means a willingness to take bold risk. I know that audacity sometimes it doesn't come naturally. For example, I'm not somebody who likes taking risks, but I do have the audacity and knowing that I'll try something even if I guess that is taking risks, right? Even if I'm not sure of what the outcome will be. You'll know real when you get it. It'll say eBay Authenticity Guarantee, and you'll feel it. Maybe it's a head-turning handbag, a watch that says it all, jewelry that makes you look like the gem, sneakers and streetwear so fresh every step feels fly. eBay gets it. So look for the blue check mark next to that thing you love and be confident that every inch, stitch, sole, and logo is checked by experts. With eBay Authenticity Guarantee, you can trust that feeling of real is always in reach. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal. Visit eBay.com for terms. This episode of Dreams and Drive is brought to you by McDonald's. Now, y'all know I love McDonald's for a quick meal, especially if I'm out and about with the boys and need something to eat. I like food, and y'all know I like saving money too. Did you know that you can save money with deals in the McDonald's app every single day? Yeah, you heard that right. There's a deal every day in the app. So if you are an avid McDonald's goer like me, you'll find the best value for your buck by using the app. One of my favorite things about the app is the ability to order ahead. So let's say I'm on the road, just picked up Axel from school and know I promised him some McDonald's fries on a Sunday, but don't want to have to wait in that long line. I open up the app and just place my order there. Then I can walk in and pick up my order when it's ready, no wait needed, especially if I time it right. And I love that you can also get a bunch of deals in the app as well. I just logged in and can get a free Big Mac with a minimum purchase of $1. But check it every day because the deals are always changing. Plus, make sure to share your birthday so McDonald's can celebrate with you with something special. Dream drivers save money with the McDonald's app. Nope, you must opt into rewards.
Black culture feeds fashion, but fashion doesn't always feed Black creatives. I mean, only 7.3% of American fashion designers are Black. So McDonald's is pairing 5 rising Black designers with 5 fashion insiders for career-changing mentorships and the access they deserve. Because we can do better than 7.3. Together, we can change the face of fashion. Follow their journey on Instagram at WeAreGolden.
Statistics sourced from Zippia.com as of 2021.
These are the things that I believe separate dream drivers from people who are not dream drivers, people who are just like taking life as it is. Although all dream drivers don't have to be entrepreneurs and aren't trying to build businesses, having audacity in your life, whether you're just trying to get a dream job, whether you're trying to be a better parent, better partner, better sibling, whatever that is, that audacity is going to just be something that sets you apart. And all these things are related to being a problem solver. I say that because what I've noticed along my journey is I think one of my key traits and one of my key transferable skill sets is the ability to problem solve. Not everyone likes someone who can problem solve on the fly, or someone who doesn't see problems as like, oh my gosh, I'm going to never get out of it. I welcome problems because I think there's always a way to solve for things. And there's always something that you can do when something comes up. And the whole idea of trying to problem solve excites me, right? And I do believe that this is something that a lot of our guests who've been on the show have talked about, their ability to problem solve and their ability to really believe in this vision that's bigger than themselves, or have this bigger vision, is so important when you're actually trying to accomplish a goal. So yes, we have resilience, we have audacity. Write these words down. Start making this a part of your everyday life. And then the last thing that I think is also very important is this: awareness of yourself, and I have / others, right? And why is awareness of yourself so important? I think a lot of times, a lot of us don't really understand ourselves. We're not taking, although we're with ourselves forever, right? Until we're no longer here. A lot of us can kind of not give ourselves the amount of attention or pay attention to who we truly are and what we truly want. So awareness means knowledge or perception of a situation or fact, right? How much knowledge do you have about yourself? How much knowledge or perception do you have about yourself? And I say that as like, do you understand what makes you tick? Do you understand what motivates you? Do you understand just how you became to be who you are? That's like understanding how, things have been passed down to you, familial trauma, familial success, right? All those things are so important. Understanding the blocks around you and your building blocks within you is going to be such a crucial part of understanding you. Because once you really understand you, like, for example, when you start to fear, when you start to doubt, you have to ask yourself why. What's triggering this? Is it because in the past I haven't been able to do things and someone told me, hey, you can never do it? Like, really understanding what your trigger points are and what makes you feel alive is so important. And then with the awareness of yourself, and this is something I think is part of my bigger why about why I do this podcast, is I believe that everyone has a gift. Everyone has something that is so uniquely special about them that helps them move through this world and is a key to like understanding everyone's purpose, right? For example, I would say my gift has always been storytelling. My gift has kind of been understanding how to communicate things. I was a big reader as a kid. And so because I know I have this gift of storytelling, wherever I go, I can make sure that shows up and I can make sure I'm able to use that to navigate through my dream driving journey. It's also a way to play to your strengths. Like, what are your strengths, right? What are things that you do well that other people might not do well? I talked about problem solving and how I get excited about that and how I can see big visions. I'm a person who's always thinking of new things and new ideas. And that's a skill set that I can bring to anything. That ability to brainstorm, that ability to connect the dots, that ability to kind of see the bigger picture is a unique gift that I know I have. And you listening in, you have something very unique about yourself. And if you don't know what that is, maybe you can do a survey. Ask people, hey, what's one thing you think of when you think of, Raina? What's one thing that you think of? Like, what's a strength? What's something you really admire about me? And as you collect this information, you'll be able to kind of see the patterns of what people are saying about you that you can then connect to your gift. And then lastly, this awareness of others. And I say that very broadly. So there's this book that's very highly debatable whether it's really good or not. I think it's called The 50 Laws of Power, but it just talks about power dynamics and understanding how to get what you want and understanding others. With this thing, when we talked about awareness of understanding yourself, I think you should also have a broad level understanding of how others work, right? When you're working with someone, relationships, figuring out what triggers people, what motivates them, what doesn't motivate them, right? Especially when you're trying to achieve a goal, building a team. Understanding this dynamic between self and other, I think, is a little high concept. This is very mindset stuff, but there also are just some core things that you can do. Take a human psychology class, take a human development, child development, right? It's something I'm really interested in now because I have small kids. How is what we're saying to them, doing to them, impacting them for the future? These are all things that I've been really interested in. And just in talking to so many people on the podcast, I can see how understanding how the world moves around you, whether it's your local government, whether it's your local politics, whether it's just business politics, whether it's your home structure, that awareness of other versus how it interacts with yourself, especially when you have some type of goal, is super important. I'm going to leave it to you with that, right? I don't want to get too bogged down. It's supposed to be a very short episode. We have keys to success. I'm kicking it off. I would love to have other people on the show to share their three keys to success. It can be tangible. It can be things that are very conceptual, but I want to talk about these things. Like, what are 3 things that have helped you along your journey, right? For me, like I said, it's been resilience, it's been audacity, and it's been awareness of others and awareness of self, right? That awareness is key to being able to understand how to drive your car along this dream driving path, and remembering these are all keys that you can pick up along the journey, but you have to get started, which is so important. So, all right. That's it for today's episode. Remember, we have tons of episodes in the archive. So many fabulous guests on the show who have shared their journey, their dream driving journey, and their keys to success. So if you have some more time, stop this episode, go and find an episode title that really sits well with you and dive in. These stories are inspirational, they're motivational, and they encourage us that it's okay to be a neutral, but when you get in drive, there's no stopping you. Keep dreaming, keep driving, and we will chat again in the next episode.